welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Rebecca and I hope you guys are having a great, fantastic day. Now, if you guys saw in my last video, I actually unboxed the Makeup Revolution mystery box. So if you guys want to see what the contents were inside and my thoughts about the box, then please watch my previous video. But in this video, I'm going to be chucking on the products that were inside this box and creating this look for you guys. So if you guys are going to enjoy this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn that notification bell so you get notified by all my future videos. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram if you want to. Link is in the description bar below. So if you guys want to know how I created this look using the contents inside the Makeup Revolution mystery box, just keep watching. Let's test out the products that were inside the mystery box. So we had an eyeshadow palette, 2 brushes and an eyeshadow primer. So there wasn't a lot in there, but for the price I paid for the box, I'm not really upset, to be honest. What I'm going to test first is the eyeshadow primer. So this is what it looks like here. So it just says prime and lock on it. I'm just taking the wrapper off, and it's got a very big doe foot applicator. I really want to try the one that's in the tube. I heard that's meant to be a dupe for the P. Louise base. I think that's what I heard. So I know most people would just use their concealer as an eye primer, but I've never tried their actual eye primer itself. So I'm gonna pop this on the lid. Yes, I have already done my foundation. I usually do my foundation in that last because I'm so scared about fallout. So as I was applying it, I was like, oh, don't I usually do this last? Yeah, so I'm just going to be very careful of fallout now. I haven't done my concealer or powder or anything. So I'm just going to apply this to the lids. So I'm going to see how well pigmented this is. Doesn't have a smell to it or anything. I'm actually going to grab the brush from the set and actually use it to spread the eyeshadow primer out. So this is what the flat brush looks like. It looks like a really good quality brush. It's quite light though. This is the Pro 100 brush. Yeah, just going to use that to blend out that eyeshadow primer. I'm not madly in love with that eyeshadow primer, to be honest. It's not really covering up anything. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's not really settling very well on my lid. I mean, it's nice and tacky, but there's no pigmentation or anything to it. But we'll have to wait and see. Like, just because it's not having any pigment or anything to it doesn't mean it's bad. I feel like doing something quite smoky today. Now, I did say in the previous video that it is a little bit more on the cool tone side, but I feel like the only warm colour in this actual palette is this one right here. So there actually is like one warm colour in this palette, which is that one. So yeah, I do feel like doing something a bit smoky, so I think I'm going to go straight in with the darkest colour, which is this one right here. I'm going to grab my Superdrug Studio brush, as I usually do. I'm going to grab that colour. Not as much fallout in there, as you can see. There isn't really a lot. So that's a good sign. I'm really going to pat the brush because I don't really want any powder going on this base, because I'm not going to be able to clean it up. So I'm just going to start packing that colour on. Alright, that colour is extremely pigmented once you've built it up. This isn't my favourite eyeshadow base, I'm not going to lie. I just feel like it's a little bit slippy and slidey. Like, yeah, I just feel like it's tacky, but I maybe feel like I need to set the lid. But every time I set the lid on an eyeshadow primer, it makes my lids go really dry, and I feel like the eyeshadow quality doesn't stand out as much as I want it to. It's not my favourite eyeshadow primer, but the colour is very pigmented nonetheless, so I was able to get it to stick on the base. But yeah, it's just not my favourite eyeshadow base. So, I was going to go in with the brown, but I've changed my mind. Yeah. I'm actually going to use the purple colour. I'm actually going to use the purple colour in this palette. So I'm going to just grab a Real Techniques base shadow brush. Grabbing that colour. So yeah, not as much fallout on this one either. And yeah, I'm going to start blending out those edges. Okay guys, I've just done my other eye and I used the brush again just to cut both of my lids using the eyeshadow base again. So now I want to test some of these shimmers. So there's these two shimmers right here. So you've got a lavender one and then a nice pinky one. So I think I'm going to start with the lavender one and then do the pinky one like just more near the inner corner. So I've got these two lovely little flat brushes here from Superdrug. So I've got these two here which I can use. So I'm going to take the lavender colour first. Oh god, there's a lot of eyeshadow fall out with this one. You can see there's quite a lot there in the pan. There's a lot on my brush. Whoa. I'm really making sure I'm packing that brush. And I'm just going to start applying that colour. Oh, it is so pretty. That's a very, very nice colour. Alright, now I'm going to use the pinky colour which is just above the lavender colour. So I'm just going to use another flat brush. And that colour is really pretty as well. Just going with that darker colour, I'm just going to blend that lavender purple and that darker colour together. Okay, I'm going to grab some of this golden colour, this one right here, this really nice gold colour. Just going to grab another flat brush and I'm going to use this as a brow bone highlighter. But I'm also going to use it in the inner corners as well once I've done the rest of my makeup. So I'm going to apply this underneath the brow bone. This eye I feel like it's gone a bit weird than this eye. Like I said, it's because I'm not particularly keen on that eyeshadow primer, so it's making this eyeshadow go a bit weird. I'm now going to take this brush, which is the 140 brush. It's like a smudger brush. And for my lower lash line, I'm going to grab this purple here, so this one right here. So just, yeah, like I said, just going to grab that brush. And I'm going to smudge that colour underneath my lower lash line, because I think this will be the perfect brush for it, really. Not a lot of fallout with that colour either. We're going to start, maybe even put some of this in the waterline as well, really. Okay, and just going to go back in with that purple colour, not the darker colour, but the one I used to blend out the darker colour with. Going to use the same brush, and I'm going to run that just slightly underneath. Oh, and I'm going to finish off my inner corner as well with the golden colour. Okay, so my thoughts of the products inside the Makeup Revolution box. So the eyeshadow palette was absolutely great. The eyeshadows blended so nicely. This is good for everyone, whether you want to pop a colour or you want to keep neutral. If you really like this eyeshadow palette and you don't want to buy the mystery box, then you can buy this on its own. Right, the two brushes, right, they're in my brush pot somewhere. I really liked both of the brushes. I think they're both really good quality. They did feel a bit light, but it doesn't mean they're bad. I feel like they both did the job. And that other one that went under my lower lashes, I think that was the 100 brush, I think. The smudger brush. I think that was really good. I think that worked really well under my eyes. I think that's a really good smudgy brush. I think that is a really, really good brush. The only thing I didn't like was the eyeshadow primer. I won't be using this again. I don't think this is good at all. It doesn't work with my eyelids. My eyelids are quite dry. Maybe if you've got oily eyelids it might work better for you, but for me I found it a bit of a tough time to, I had to really build up the eyeshadows. Otherwise, if I didn't, my eyelids would be so tacky and greasy that the eyeshadows and that would just all stick together and it'd be all patchy and horrible, which wouldn't be the eyeshadow's fault, it's just the eyeshadow primer. Now I know you guys are thinking I could possibly set the lid with this to stop that from happening, but I find not setting the lid makes my eyeshadows apply better than actually setting the lid. And my eyelids, like I said, they're so dry as it is, so I don't even want to go there. So if you have very oily eyelids, I think, and you want to set the lid with this, maybe this will work for you. But yeah, but sadly I don't really like this primer. I won't be using it again. I want to get their squeezy tube primer. That's the primer I really, really want to get. So yeah, I like the brushes. I really like the eyeshadow palette. The eyeshadow base, just not for me, sorry. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn that notification bell so you get notified by all my future videos. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram if you want to. Link is in the description bar below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye bye guys, take care.